So this is crazy. Now y'all have to worry about this when y'all go to fly and get ready to take off. Drones. And I do say y'all because I still haven't, but I'll let y'all know I am making the necessary steps to take my first flight. All right, so I will keep y'all updated on that. But until then, y'all have to worry about drones now, and they have to worry about that before they take off. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. But we're going to get to all the craziness. So you know how this goes. Question everything. You should. And remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. Let's get to it.
For some reason now they've decided that they're taking all the airplanes that have been waiting to take off on these two runways. And now we're taxiing back across the airport over to runway 9 for departures. So slowly the aircraft are starting to move back, turn around and go back up to the north, and then we'll go across the ramp over to taxiway or runway 9. So we'll be moving here shortly, but it's still going to be a little while until we get over that runway. And then, of course, we'll be in line behind about at least 30 or 40 other airplanes trying to take off. So that's what's about to happen. Like I said, once we get over there and get going, I'll let you know what time we're in Florida. For some reason now they've just...
So make sure y'all prepare for that when you go to the airport. But the crazy part about that is I thought it was nothing. I thought the drones and the Dior bags and everything we've been discussing and talking about was nothing. It was nothing to be worried about. But yet the planes can't take off. Interesting.
When I stopped the vibration, it actually took about 20 seconds. It felt through the pipes as if though there was a dozer or something driving by. And there's none of that. I'm here by myself.
This strange footage shows a gate vibrating, but with no wind in sight. Comments flooded in with theories. Structural engineers and scientists were quick to point out that this might be a phenomenon called harmonic resonance, where the wind or surrounding vibrations match the natural frequency of the gate, causing it to oscillate. A user named Hawkins Numer67 Strong joked, "It's so cold, even the gates are shivering." But others weren't laughing. One commenter mentioned seeing multiple videos like this recently, all showing gates shaking mysteriously. Another user speculated that it could be related to underground tunneling or even electromagnetic forces at play. Whatever the cause, people are definitely creeped out. Still, not everyone is convinced this is natural. Comments like, "It could be something tunneling underground," or "Are we seeing the result of frequency manipulation?" raised questions about a deeper, unseen force. Another chilling theory suggests vibrations from Earth's shifting magnetic poles. And then there's the eerie observation from Red Cardinal Ranch, who said this is the second gate video they've seen with the exact same phenomenon. Is it coincidence, or could it be a sign of something bigger happening underground? Some even brought up Tesla's studies on resonance, hinting that we might be witnessing an untapped source of energy, or something more sinister. What do you think?
Y'all believe what you want to believe, right? But I think it's some underground tunneling going on, fam. And it's starting to pop up. And I don't know if they didn't think we would notice and pay attention, but they don't understand how our frequencies right now are heightened. We're noticing everything right now. So y'all wasn't going to get that bias. I think underground tunneling.
Sober curious means that you're mindful about drinking and about how much alcohol you consume.
So it's not completely abstaining from alcohol.
Exactly.
A new survey found 42% of Americans describe themselves as sober curious, up from 33% in 2022. And notably, the biggest group of Americans cutting back is Gen Z.
I think young people might just be a little bit more wellness conscious, a little bit more health conscious. There's a lot bigger conversation going on about mental health and what impacts your mental health.
Recent studies reveal that even low levels of regular drinking can have negative long-term health impacts. Earlier this month, the Surgeon General issued a new advisory warning those who drink face a higher risk of cancer.
Everyone wants a nice adult beverage, something that tastes good, something that's interesting, something that's exciting, but they just don't want the effect of alcohol. Sober curious means...
I guess I don't know what I am now. Sober curious? I don't understand that one. That's a new one for me, bro. You know what I mean? I don't know. That one stumped me right there. Where are y'all getting these labels from? To be honest with you, you know. And then the new studies and everything like that. Man, I grew up with uncles bro, that would drink you under the table and live long lives. And so I don't know what to believe anymore. You know what I mean? I don't know what to believe.
And it's already started, y'all. Check this out. We're supposed to have a polar vortex where places like Florida, where I'm at, is supposed to get snow. I don't know, for the first time ever. Are y'all ready for that, Floridians? But check this out, y'all. This is in Rocky Mountain in Colorado. The river is literally frozen. Y'all see that? Has that ever happened before? So y'all know how we're going through a pole shift? Look at this in Russia, y'all. Look, they're having an ice tsunami. The water is moving slowly towards the shore. Check this out. Y'all see that? And it mirrors what the clouds be looking like. Look at this. So this polar vortex must be causing all kinds of anomalies with snow and ice, y'all. Because this is not the only place that this is happening to. This is happening in China too, y'all. Look at this. Wow, y'all see this? Why does it look like scales? Why does it look like, why does it look like dragon scales? Fish scales. Y'all see that? This is in China. This is happening all over. Wow. The way that the colors are just bouncing off that ice, this is incredible. So yes, y'all, are you guys ready for this polar vortex? It's so weird that all of this is happening and we are at the peak of solar maximum 2025, right? It makes you wonder, what's really going on, y'all? But let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. Let's continue to get this shift. Peace out. And it's already...
Listen, I don't know if it's the poles shifting or what, but it's definitely a confirmation that something's not right, something's off, something's changing. Definitely, because we are seeing areas that I ain't never seen get snow. And then the areas that we normally see get snow are not getting it. So something's off. We need to get a realignment or something like that. Our tires need to be rotated. Are they being rotated as we speak? Something ain't right though. Something's not right, and you can tell, and it's on full display, and we can see it. Scary times.
This is not a warehouse. It's a home that cops say was jammed with more than $1 million in shoplifted power tools. And this video shows a line of cops emptying out a storage unit filled with goods they say were stolen from Home Depot.
So these aren't your typical shoplifters, are they? No, this is not petty shoplifting. This is organized retail crime.
Retail giants like Home Depot are fed up with the shoplifting spree sweeping the nation. They're fighting back as never before. Home Depot's Christina Cornell gave me an exclusive look at the company's latest crime-fighting technology.
So what's to stop me from taking this cart, loading it up, and running out the door with it?
And Lisa, that's a common tactic that we see that a lot of thieves use, but what we're really excited about is we're rolling out technology that if you were to try and roll this out of the store, the wheels on this cart would lock.
The wheels on the cart will lock?
Yes, we know that this is probably going to catch a lot of bad guys.
Expensive items are getting locked, and there are more surveillance cameras in the...
I don't know where y'all from, but like places I lived and yeah, bro, that cart wheel stopping ain't stopping nobody, fam. That ain't gonna stop nobody. Y'all better come up with something better than that. If that's all y'all got, then y'all ain't really did nothing.
In the aisles.
Smile, you're being recorded.
Well, this is it, what some people wait all year for, the Texas State Fair with its corny dogs, candy apples, rides, and games.
This year's theme is Texas at its most, and fair officials expect 3 million people to have the most fun they've had in years at the Texas State Fair.
Well, this is it.
Man, that was a time when things were so simple, bro. Oh my gosh, man, I couldn't stop smiling, remembering my childhood of going to the state fair and just, man, being carefree, bro, trying to get a funnel cake, trying to get a candy apple, trying to ride every ride that was out there. the Gravitron, all of the different rides, the mirror houses, the food, man. Oh my gosh, bro. Do y'all remember those simple times? Bring back the simple times, man. Oh my gosh, that little short clip right there was everything. Still sending prayers for Western North Carolina every single day, bro, and spreading the word as much as we can, fam, because they need all the help they can get. The weather is not being on their side at this point, and this right here is showing it. Wow.
This is why I love this area. Look at that. Hope. They got a hope sign. Everything they've got's been destroyed.
That's an old general store.
Thank you, volunteers. I got somebody behind me. It's the old general store, yep.
It is pretty.
That's the Macaville country store.
When I was growing up as a kid, they had a little grocery store that they take a house.
Hey guys, it's Patty and Wayne here. He's busy filling up our firewood case again because it's supposed to be very cold next week, and that's one of the updates that I wanted to give you. We are working with our partnership in Canton, North Carolina. He is actually building a coalition between lots of independent relief workers that have been going up into the mountains to help. And this is going to be a wonderful change in moving forward now, because this is a coalition of different types of folks that have different skill sets and everything, but they'll now be under one umbrella and be able to work a little bit more cohesively and more effectively. And we're part of that coalition. Working straight here from Georgia. We're really excited about it. One of the most immediate needs right now that we have is propane. We need to purchase propane. We need to purchase propane tank fillers to be delivered into areas to be able to fill up these tanks that we've already supplied up there. They're just in desperate need. Next week, Asheville, which is not in the higher elevations, will be in the teens for 3 or 4 days. So there's just a desperate need right now. If you'd like to donate, please do so here. We would love to use those funds to help these people stay warm during this time. Thank you so much. God bless you. We love you, and we'll be updating you again soon.
I don't care if you're a conspiracy theorist or not, watch this video to the end. I come across this movie. It's on Amazon Prime. It's called Portals. And I like scientific-y stuff, so I'm like, okay, cool, let me watch this movie. About 2 minutes in, I don't know how to put a picture on the screen. I don't know how to do that. I'm going to insert I guess I'll insert a picture. I don't know. I'm going to get in the video somehow of what came up on the screen, when I clicked it. So that picture says August 5th, 2020. I don't remember what the writing at the bottom said, but I was just like, August 5th, today's August 5th. This is coincidence. What did it say? Something about glitches and software and unexplainable software glitches. And this movie's about black holes and portals per the title. So I was just like, this is weird. So I'm watching the movie, and all of a sudden it just cuts off. It just stops. And I'm going to look at the timestamp because I took videos because I was confused. I was like, why is the movie just stopping? All the power in the house cut out. And I'm just sitting here like, so I jump up because I have to document this. I go look at the stove and the microwave. When the time starts blinking when the power goes off and it just comes back on, it was blinking like a power outage. It was blinking, and I'm gonna insert that clip. The stove in the clip had rebooted itself already because that one's quick, but the microwave was still blinking. And then I look around, it's a light on upstairs. Now, mind you, this light does turn on by itself, but it's on, and I know that's how I know it was a power outage. The refrigerator stopped. I was washing all the clothes. That stopped. I'm just sitting here like, this cannot be happening. This is just too coincidental. So I go and check outside. It's not raining. It's sunny as all get out. It's just a beautiful day. And I'm like, why would the power randomly stop? It just doesn't make any sense. I don't know if anyone else's power stopped, but ours did. And that's what I remembered. It said August 5th, 2020. I think it said 2:47 I don't think it happened at 2:47. I think it happened around 2:55 or something. But PM, how much of a coincidence is that? I didn't even notice I have food on my mouth, around my mouth. But that's how quick I had to jump up and take this video, because I'm like, I don't think anything is a coincidence. The date matched up. The time was 5 to 10 minutes off. What they were talking about in the movie actually just happened. I don't care if you're a conspiracy theorist.
Listen, I ain't the one for coincidences either, bro. I feel like something or some type of, I don't know, presence, paranormal, whatever, is trying to maybe reach you from the other side. They're probably trying to give you something. Maybe a premonition is happening. Something is trying to tap into her at that point. Like, I know. I don't know. I don't do the coincidences, bro. But I definitely would not go back and watch that movie. I'm telling you that. That'd be the end of it.
Hey, so today I experienced something that I've never experienced in my life before. Freaked me out. Thought I was crazy. Still haven't processed it fully. So, as I do every week, twice a week, I make deliveries to the same guy. I've been doing it for 7 months. And it's the same guy every time I walk in. He's got a big garage with like a couple trucks in it. I walk in, I hand him his parts, we talk for a minute, I walk away. I go on my business. Today, I walked in, and he had his back to me, and he was working on his bench, and he must have heard me coming. I don't know, because I was actually pretty quiet, I thought, but when he turned around, I jumped and kind of grabbed my mouth like that because I didn't know what to think. And he laughed a little bit, and he called me jumpy. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm just not feeling very good. And I handed him his part, and I was like, hey, I got to go. The reason I reacted that way is because when I looked at him, he was different. He didn't look like the same guy I saw every other time. First thing I saw was he had no color in his eyes. They were completely black. Like you couldn't even see reflections. It was just a black mass. And for some reason, his ears were kind of weird, and they had like this little point like that. I don't know what that was. Excuse me. But then I was talking to my friend, and he sent me an article about them saying that a new disorder that's coming out where people are starting to see demon faces in people. And it got me thinking, if they're putting something like that out, could it be a disorder, or is it God is actually letting people see demons and they're just trying to make it look like we're crazy? I still can't process it. I can't. I don't know. And like ever since the eclipse, I find it funny. The clouds look different for some reason. I don't know what it is yet. I'm going to figure that one out. But that could be just me being dumb. The other thing I saw, like I have perfect vision. So I don't know what I saw. If anybody else has ever seen this, can you please let me know, because I'm kind of weirded out right now. Anyway, God bless, love you. Take
care. For some reason, they're being exposed right now. I don't know why, and maybe everybody doesn't have the ability to see them yet, but some people are, and more people are slowly becoming able to see them for who they are and what they are. They're being exposed right now. I don't know why, what's going on, or why we need to see them for what and who they are right now, but we're starting to see them. It just takes me back to like that movie of Men in Black, when he was exposing Will Smith to things that he didn't think were true and possible. And we're going through that phase right now, I think.
Let's talk about the curse of voodoo and hoodoo priestess Julia Brown. And this curse is crazy. Like, this lady literally started a whole hurricane with her curse. Now let's talk about it. Now, Julia lived along the bayou in a very, very small town, like right outside of New Orleans, called Frenier. And she lived at the edge of the swamp and worked with residents of the town Frenier. Like, this town was so small, they had no roads, no electricity, no doctors, no nothing. The only thing they had was like a train station that would literally import goods from New Orleans so they could eat. So Miss Julia was basically the only thing they had as far as helping them with fertility and like healing with different herbs and getting curses off of them, and just literally the only thing they had to help them. And people would come from all over New Orleans and everywhere for, the seek of her help. But for some reason, Miss Julia felt like she was very unappreciated, and people took advantage of her and used her and talked about her like throughout the towns. So she like, all this help and good stuff I done did for y'all, and this is the thanks I get. Y'all want to dog me behind my back? So she was like, I got something for y'all. Now, it was said that she would often go outside and sit on her porch and like just sing and play music on her guitar. But this one specific day, y'all, she sung a song that said, one day I'm gonna die, and I'm gonna take the whole town with me. And that she did, I fear. September 29th, 1915 was the day of her funeral, y'all. Everything was cool whenever she passed away. But the day of her funeral, that's when all hell broke loose. A literal hurricane, I'm talking about a literal hurricane, came over out of nowhere. Like, this was all on news channels and everything. Like, it came out of nowhere. As soon as they put the last bits of dirt on her casket. I'm talking about a hurricane just came out of nowhere. Clouds got dark. Everything. People were scared for their life. It was horrible. So many of the town people literally tried to run to the only railroad and train station they had. And while they get on that, it collapsed. And like 25 to 30 people passed away on that train. And altogether, over 300 people in Louisiana passed away, like, during the process of this. Like, the hurricane was so bad that they found her corpse like a few days after the funeral. But the casket itself never was found. So her funeral quickly became a part of local lore. And this town is considered very haunted and a ghost town, and they do all kinds of different tours and everything because of this curse. People really believe that when she sang that song, that it put a curse on this whole town. Because just think, the town probably consisted of 300 people, and 300 people passed away. It was crazy. Like, they did not appreciate my girl and all the work she did, so she put a hex on them. I'm talking about, as soon as they was going to put her in the ground, all this just took place. Like, they said this hurricane literally came out of nowhere. That's why you just don't mess with folks and don't take advantage of people. But let me know if y'all want to hear more about Julia Brown and more about different voodoo queens and voodoo.
If this don't show you to start treating people better than some people have been treating some people, bro, you don't know what people know. You know how they tell people, all right, you want to go around starting stuff with people. You don't know who knows who's training for the UFC or not and stuff like that. You don't know what type of voodoo that some people may know or how they tapped in. Hey, man, listen, I respect everyone. And if I ain't told you today, I love you. How about that? Going even further. Love you.
What the heck are we trying to prep for in 2025? There is quite a lot going on. I know it's very overwhelming. So I'm going to kind of split this into two categories. The first one being, if you are someone like me, not that I'm an expert, but somebody that's been prepping for a while. I say that because I have a pretty decent stockpile. So for me this year, because I have that stuff, I want to focus on kind of leaving my stockpile as it is, just replacing it as I use it. And rather than purchasing more stuff, I want to focus on financial preparedness, meaning we don't really know what's kind of coming for us in these next few years. I want to increase my emergency fund. I want to, save money. If you have any debt, definitely focusing on paying that off. Just getting yourself into a really good financial place in case, you lose your job or something weird happens and you just don't have a steady income. If you are someone that's like new, you don't have a stockpile like I do, I think the most important thing to focus on is making your home kind of a safe space. So you want to be able to stay in your home for at least a month minimum. If you can go longer, for sure. And making sure you have food for a month, you have water to drink and cook and bathe and do everything you need to do.
My kids always complaining we ain't got nothing in it. We ain't got nothing in it. We just went grocery shopping. We don't have this. There's nothing to eat in here. You know what I mean? Like, so thinking about being able to survive in a house for a month, what does that entail? I don't even know what that entails, though, and how to go about seeing if I have enough stuff to do that. I need to figure that out.
To do with water for a month. You have first aid in case, you get a cut or something that you can take care of yourself. You don't have to go to the doctor. And I always encourage when you're purchasing stuff for, that month at home, that hypothetical month at home, to purchase it as if the power was going to be off. Is it going to be off? Probably not, but don't rely on, your stove, don't rely on your refrigerator, don't rely on your freezer. The next thing is to think about your home security or your apartment security. Can you add an extra lock? Can you change out the screws in the door plate to make your door harder to break down? Because remember, if, we're staying at our home, if something weird is going on outside and we're staying inside, we want to be safe. And once you have kind of worked on making your home a safe place and you have the supplies to kind of hang out for a while, I would encourage you to formulate an emergency plan. So get with your friends, your family, focus on, hey, like if this happens and I have to leave, can I come to your house, or vice versa. And I would encourage everyone to have some type of go bag. You don't have to have like a full-blown huge bug out bag like I have, but just some type of bag with maybe some snacks, some changes of clothing, your important documents that you can kind of grab and just get out of there if you have to. What the heck are we trying to prep for in 2020?
Yeah, man, like I gotta do better. I'm working on it, you know what I mean? And I'm looking into stuff. Like one of the things that I recently went to look into was generators. Seeing about those. I'm one person that doesn't have one, and that's on my list to make sure I have a generator this year, So if y'all got any suggestions on great or good generators, some that have worked for you, that you've tested, that do really well, and what also do I need with that generator? So put that down in the comment section if you have some info on that.
As fire crews continue to get a handle on the Los Angeles wildfires, there are growing now concerns over a pair of fires burning further south in California. Both are in San Diego County. Evacuation orders and warnings are underway for the Lilac Fire. The fire broke out in Banzal Escondido area of San Diego early Tuesday morning. The other, dubbed the Pala Fire, broke out west of the I-15 in Pala Mesa. Both have no containment at this time.
And this would all be over by now. Was more sophisticated than I ever imagined. Take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 5 lights, 6 lights. I didn't believe what I was seeing. One after another, these drones appeared in the night sky. One of their officers called 911 after seeing 50 of them come off the ocean.
Advised after we made contact with that officer that there were 50 that came off the ocean. 50? 50. We contacted the Coast Guard, at which point the Coast Guard went out with their boat, and they reported seeing 13 about 300 feet and had a wingspan of about 8 feet.
Can see one right here. What I can tell you is I've never seen anything like it before. Wow. The federal government doesn't know what they are either. Ocean County Sheriff Department, they launched their own drones to see if they could intercept the mysterious aircraft. The department says these mystery drones evade detection because they don't give off heat like regular drones. To me, then it's even more scary, and we need answers, frankly.
There's good news tonight. So often the good news doesn't get as much attention as the bad. So every Saturday we highlight the many people who spread joy and love. These are just some of those stories this week. I got it! Across the country, surprise after surprise.
Oh my God!
Bright futures ahead for high school students finding out they got into the colleges of their dreams.
I was over the moon. I was so excited, and my family was so excited.
At Jamesville Elementary School in North Carolina, a graduation party for beloved teacher Cassie Garrett Barber, who got her degree in early childhood education after working her way up from being a bus driver at the school.
Martin County Schools, give it up!
The celebration so meaningful for Cassie, whose late mom Judy was also an educator.
My mother passed away, and she was my biggest supporter and my everything. This gave the students an opportunity to see that even as an adult, you can go back and finish your dreams and just be successful in life.
And in Chandler, Arizona, a baby boom at the city's fire department. 19 new little ones, most of them getting together for a New Year's photo. Local heroes celebrating a new generation.
There's just something in the water in Chandler.
It's pretty amazing, bringing more firefighters into the world.
And speaking of heroes, it was just minutes into this high school basketball tournament near Oklahoma City when Dover High sophomore Randy Vitalis collapsed on the court, going into cardiac arrest. That's when Magnus Miller, a player on the other team, who's also a trained lifeguard, jumped in to help with a defibrillator and CPR. What are you thinking when you get in there and you jump in to help?
Thank God they had a working and functional new AED. And I got that on right away, got to him, checked his pulse, and then just got the AED working and started CPR right away.
You saved my life.
The two strangers finally meeting this week.
There's no way you would die on that call. I wasn't going to let you.
Magnus says faith helped them all that day.
I love you.
Yeah, I love you too.
You said it was a greater presence there too.
God put us there for a reason, and it just shows that nothing's by chance, and we were put there that day to not really go play basketball, but go save Randy's life. God willing, I was there. I'll always be there for you. You need anything, I'm here.
Thanks for watching. Stay.
Bro, you don't even know how bad you need some good news till you get some. Gosh, bro, do you feel that? Like, that just goes to show we've been through a lot. So any type of good news just warms our heart and makes us feel better. I can't speak for y'all, but just that little 3-minute clip, man, just did so much. Bro, we've been through a lot. We have been through a lot, man. Continue to teach your kids CPR and AED, man, and maybe they could be in a situation like this. But, bro, we needed some good news. I'm out.